Hi everyone, Chris here from IELTS Advantage with another success story. Today we have Miko, who recently got a band 8 overall in her IELTS test, and we're going to share her success with you guys so that you can learn a few things from her and be successful yourselves. So Miko, can you start off just by introducing yourself to everyone?
My name is Miko. I just got my result and I got 8, which I'm very happy. And yeah, so I live in Mongolia. In it's For those who don't know, it's located in Asia.
Mhm.
So
It's a place I've never been to. I'd love to visit Mongolia. So
yeah, a lot of people say that.
yeah,
Actually,
I like riding motorbikes, so maybe someday I'll take a motorbike across
you
Mongolia.
can ride a horse here.
Yeah, we've got plenty of horses here too. Okay, so can we start off by just asking you about your IELTS journey? So, how many times did you do the test? When did you start studying? What scores were you getting? Those types of things.
Well, my IELTS journey started about 1.5 years ago. And I took IELTS test about 6 times, and it was a long journey. Yeah, and my score was 6 or 6.5 for the first few times, and then after joining you guys, I started getting 7 and 7.5. Yeah, so eventually I got 8.
Excellent. And what do you think were the big hurdles for you, the big challenges for you?
Mhm. Oh, the writing section was the most difficult one,
Hmm.
and I was struggling with task two, and I was constantly getting a 6 or 6.5
Hmm.
for the first few attempts, and I was really struggling, and I was trying every tricks and tips on the webs on the internet, and then I was very frustrated that I was getting 6 like all the time. So I decided to invest some time and money.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of tips and tricks out there, but
Yeah.
the average score for writing worldwide is 5.5. So, if tips and tricks worked, then everyone would get a high score, but unfortunately, they don't. So whenever we looked, so let's focus. You said task two was your big issue.
Mhm.
Whenever we looked at your task two writing, what did we identify were the common problems or the main reasons why you were getting 6 or 6.5?
Well, the first time I submitted writing an essay to you guys, and the feedback was grammar, and it was basically all 4 areas. And the most struggling one was grammar. I was making a lot of mistakes, especially on articles, prepositions, the basics mostly. So that was quite a shock at first because I thought I was very good at grammar, but then I realized I have to work on it. Grammar was like very poor, and then writing too many ideas in one essay was also one of the biggest problems.
Mhm. Good, good. And when you identified those problems, how did you overcome them?
Uh-huh. Well, I basically used this 3-step process, which you have taught me. First, I just take the mock tests,
Hmm.
like for listening and reading, and for the writing and speaking, I got the feedback from you guys, and then I list down all my weaknesses. I wrote it down on my notebook, and then I started working on it. I just um, got a book, or I just look the grammars on the internet, and I started doing some exercises.
Hmm.
And then I again submit the writings, and then I got another feedback. And most of the time, the areas that I was working was improved, and then there was another weakness come. So then I just keep working and working, and then the grammars got minimized.
Yeah, and it doesn't need to be any more complicated than that. Identify your weakness, work on it, get feedback, and improve. So you definitely did the right thing. But
Yeah, I
congratulations, because it takes a lot of hard work to do that. Because as I said before, most people are just looking for some quick tips or tricks or things like that. And really, the best tip you can give someone is tips don't work, but finding your weaknesses and fixing those weaknesses really, really does work. So well done
and
for putting the hard work in.
and I also want to say that it really needs time.
Hmm.
You cannot just prepare for 1 or 2 months and then you get your desired score. It doesn't work like that. I
Hmm.
learned it the hard way because my first 3 or 4 attempts were just 1 or 2 months apart,
Hmm.
and I was not getting my score. And then because of the COVID-19, I got really good amount of time to prepare.
Hmm.
So it was like um, approximately 5 months for me to prepare because all the test centers were closed. So
Yeah.
for those 5 months, I was really studying.
Yeah, one of the biggest problems that we see is that students just book test after test after test after test, and in between those tests, they don't do much work. So instead of booking 5 tests, one each month, it would be way better to just to book one test, but prepare for those 5 months. And I think now that the whole situation we're in at the moment, I think a lot of people are going to get really good scores when the test centers open up in June, July, August time, because they've been spending a lot of time at home just studying instead of just saying, "Oh, I'll book the test and I might get lucky." Next
Yeah,
time you're not going to get lucky.
there's no luck. I promise you guys, there's no luck. It's just pure hard work. And also one thing, you should be very confident
Mhm.
um, in your the amount of work you've put. And if you started hard enough, you're gonna get the score. And just do not think there's a luck and spend all of your money or time on.
Exactly. Exactly, because a lot of people think they're saving money by going
Yeah.
doing a cheap course or booking the test before they're ready. But in the long run, it ends up costing them a lot more money. So don't give IELTS your money. Save some money and save a lot of stress as well. It costs a lot of stress to fail the test over and over and over again. Instead, just stay at home, study, and improve and get the score that you need.
The funny thing was, you know, on like in May, the last test I took, I was very nervous. I don't know why, what happened to me. I was very nervous and I was almost shaking on the exam. And I was so nervous and I was really stressed that I was going to fail. But on listening, like when the listening part started, I noticed that I missed one question.
Hmm.
Then I was like, I just wanted to cry, I just wanted to stop. And I was like, oh my God, everything is like gone wrong. But then I realized like, okay, 1 or 2 mistakes are okay
Yeah,
because I will still get 8
and you got a
score.
band 8. You got an
Yeah,
8 in listening as well.
yeah,
Yeah,
8.5.
8.5 in
So
listening.
I
Yeah,
was like, two mistakes are not gonna
no,
bring me
and
to
and
seven.
that's the same in reading, same in speaking, same in writing. I think a lot of people believe that band 7, 8, or 9 means perfect. It doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like band 7, someone can make a lot of grammar mistakes. You want to minimize those mistakes as much as possible, but even a band 9 writing, band 9 speaking, people make some little grammatical slips. Some they might misspell one word or something like that. It's not a big deal. I think that the key is to have confidence, and if you do make a mistake, just say, "Oh, it's just a little
Just
mistake, and it's
yeah.
not going to affect things." But I think if you do either no preparation or you rely on tips and tricks on the internet, then you're going to make lots and lots of mistakes, and that will drag your score down. But what you did was you worked hard, and then I think that hard work also gives you confidence. And then if you make a small mistake, it's not such a big deal, you know.
Yeah, you just cannot like just move
Mhm.
on to the next question.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Well,
and
that's
also when the reading part started, I was also panicking, but I was keep saying just do your best and
yeah,
let's see the score.
yeah. I think it's natural to feel a little bit nervous
Mhm.
10 minutes before the test starts, but when the test starts, people, if you put enough work in, it becomes automatic. It becomes like a habit, and you automatically go through everything, and you don't feel so nervous, and you don't feel so stressed. So,
Yeah.
well, thank you so much, Smokey. That's great advice, and I really really appreciate you helping everybody. And I wish you the best of luck in the future. What are you planning on doing in the future with your high IELTS score?
Well, yeah, with IELTS band 8, I feel like everything is possible to me, like
Yeah.
studying, getting a scholarship, or even moving into another country. Everything is possible. So, you know, I'll
Well, that's
start applying.
those it's
Yeah.
great that it's giving you that freedom, to say if I want to do this or do that. And so congratulations, you deserve that amount of freedom. If you put hard work in, you'll get a lot of freedom of choice. And hopefully people watching this, you'll inspire those people to work hard and get the scores that they need as well. So thank you on behalf of everyone watching as well.
Thank you guys very much. I want to give special thanks to Julia and Susan.
Julie and
Um,
Susan.
yeah, I spoke with them about my, struggle and stress and everything. They were very kind and gave me a lot of good advice. So with their help, I just, I got through this. So
Okay.
thank you guys.
I'll tell them, because we share these success stories with the teachers, so they'll be really happy that you mentioned them. All right, so I'll
Also,
definitely tell
Michael.
them. And
Also say
Michael,
thank you to Michael. Yeah.
yeah, no, they're
Sent a lot
great. Thank
of
you so
good
much.
advice on writing. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely let them know. Thank you so much, Smokey. And if you need anything in the future, if you need any advice on, moving to a new country or anything at all, our team will happily help you out. So just, send us an email or anything like that. We're happy to help you out.
Thank you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Hey, Chris here again. Hopefully you enjoyed that success story video. That student was part of our IELTS VIP course. And on that course, we show students exactly where they're going wrong and exactly what to do to get the score that they need. And we give them all the help and support that they need in order to get a 7, 8, or even 9 in their IELTS test. Now, we only work with a really, really small number of students. Because of the level of help and feedback and support that we give students, we can only work with a very, very small number of them. But we also have more success stories than any other online or offline course in the world, which has created a huge amount of demand for our course. So we're the only course in the world, I believe, that has a very, very, very long waiting list. If you want to join that waiting list, all you have to do is just click here and you'll be able to add your name, add your email address, and then when one of our students becomes successful and leaves the course, the next position can be for you. Hopefully see you in there. Bye-bye.